Hello, my name is Mark Pennington. I'm the Managing Director of EPX Technical Services, and today I kind of want to give you a brief summary overview of some changes that Microsoft are bringing in relation to the new Commerce Experience, or NCE for short. A lot of information has been flying around, and we've just had the latest batch of information from Microsoft, and I want to share it with you. So the two topics I want to cover today briefly is what is NCE and how is it going to affect my organisation. So firstly, what is NCE? NCE is effectively a multi-year, multi-stage investment from Microsoft, which will ultimately be replacing their CSP program, which we have been traditionally purchasing your Microsoft cloud licensing through for the last few years, and NCE will be replacing that. CSP will become legacy later on this year, so we won't be able to use it. Why are Microsoft doing it? Microsoft are doing it because they want to bring consistency and alignment with the CSP program to the rest of the programs that Microsoft use. CSP has been on the outside and a bit different. Microsoft are just bringing alignment, and this is what they're doing now. They say it's going to make things simpler, as well as providing better purchasing flexibility as part of the licensing. Now, in summary, what does that actually look like? Microsoft are just trying to encourage people to actually start committing to longer term contracts. Historically, you've been able to purchase licensing on a monthly basis and scale it and reduce it down as needed. That unfortunately is coming to an end, and I'll explain that more in future slides. So how is this going to affect my organisation? Well, there's a bit of a timeline to explain how we got to where we are and where we're going shortly. So as of January, NCE actually became available. We could start buying these cloud services through it from January, so we can do the purchasing today if we need to, or if we want to. As of next month, so in a few weeks' time, there is actually going to be a price increase on 6 of their commonly used cloud products. That information only just came through, and I'll explain that more on the next slide. From July, there is actually going to be a further 20% increase on products if you're not signed into longer term agreements by that point. So going back to, you've had the flexibility to increase your licensing up and down on a monthly basis without any consequence. Unfortunately now, if you don't commit to those longer term agreements, from July there's going to be a 20% premium on licensing which you commit to only on a monthly basis. And then beyond that, further products will be added to NCE in due course. We don't have that information at the moment, but as soon as we do, we'll pass it on. So I'm not going to hold on the screen too long, but these are the prices that got released earlier this week for the 6 products. We've now, for customers of EPX, we have understood how that's impacting our customers, and we are contacting you in due course just to let you know what the impact is going to be and what we can do to try and reduce that down or make that as easy as possible. If you want to have a look at more of it, obviously just press pause. If not, reach out to us and we can talk about it more. So things to consider. Really, there's quite a few elements to it, but there's too much to put into a short presentation now. So there's 3 things that we kind of highlight as the 3 core parts. Number of seats. Again, what the main change to the licensing is the fact that when you commit to a period of time with the licensing, you are able to add to that agreement, but you cannot remove until the end of that agreement. Okay. The agreement lengths, there are now 3 different types of agreement length. You pay monthly, annually, or multi-year agreements, and multi-year agreements being 3-year or 36 months. And as I mentioned before, monthly agreements incur a premium pricing if you don't commit to those longer commitments. And then finally, the final thing to consider is you can set it up, and Microsoft are encouraging that you approach it from an agreement mixture. So you have a certain subset of your agreements which are over a longer period, so an annual multi-year agreement. But you also then have a subset which are mainly monthly agreement if you need the flexibility of changing the license numbers. So those are the 3 main things that need to be considered when looking at the new NCE program. Now, that's something that we are going to be communicating with you over the coming months, or weeks and coming months, to discuss what that looks like, what the current impact of the price increase is going to be like, what the potential impact of future prices are going to be like. But this is just a high level summary, just so you get a good understanding of what the changes are that are going around. So that is all for the moment. I'd like to thank you for the time. If you do have any questions, please reach out to a partner consultant if they haven't already spoken to you about it. So thank you very much. Goodbye.